I'm just never satisfied with what I do creatively, you know. I just regret the limitation of my own imagination. I just feel there's so much more. I don't think I've ever done a project where I was totally happy with it. I don't think I'm ever pleased with my performances. Never. And after that performance, I wasn't happy either. I wanted to do the 5 spins and go on the toes and freeze there and just hold it and stay there, you know, and I didn't. But I was angry about that, actually, real disappointed. And I realized I really did well until the next day when Fred Astaire called my house in Encino raving. He said, "I can't believe it, you're an incredible mover." And I was, oh my God, I think maybe I did well. I think the next one is always the toughest one, because people expect more and more, and no matter how good it is, I go, well, it wasn't as good as, but I liked it, you know, that type of thing. So that's what makes it difficult, because when I did Off the Wall, people always said to me, they would say, you can't top Off the Wall, you just cannot. I mean, here you had like 4 top 10 singles from this album. It's never been done before, and it's sold 10 million albums. And they go, how can you can't beat that. And I said, well, I'll just do my best.
Undoubtedly, Michael Jackson was the most influential artist of the 20th century. He was a pop star, and he became even more influential than the Beatles, Louis Armstrong, Frank Sinatra, or even Elvis Presley. Michael Jackson had a raw, exceptional talent that he could pack in a whole new way. His achievements helped complete the desegregation of pop music in the United States and introduced a whole new era of multiculturalism that artists after him have followed. Here are some of the amazing ways Michael Jackson impacted pop culture. Like the Beatles, Bob Dylan, and Elvis Presley before him, Jackson reshaped pop culture in ways that are hard to understand. In one way or another, he influenced just about every musician who came after him. His dance moves, distinct voice, fashion, artistic expressions, individuality, and over-the-top music videos or short films. These things that Michael Jackson exuded influenced various artists of today and inspired them to make an impact of their own. When America first met Michael Jackson, he was a small preteen with puffy afro and an electric voice. Since the 1970s to the early 2000s, Jackson held on to being the front man of the Jackson 5. He was charming, and when he sings, you just have to believe what he's singing about. Jackson's tunes had a little bit of everything: pop, jazz, rock, disco. And it's all swirled and flavored with high-pitched shrieks, squeals, hee-hees, owls, and shamon. He became a one-man rescue team for the music business, as he cut across all boundaries of musical taste and style. Other famous pop stars can sell millions of albums, but were never taken seriously for their music. But Jackson was embraced by fans and critics alike. He didn't just have 13 #1 hit singles, he also received 13 Grammys. His musical talents might have made him a star, but his signature moonwalk, normally called a backslide, and his crotch grabs, mesmerizing group choreography with his dancers, and his laser-sharp snaps, spins, and pivots launched him into a superstar performer status.
I like to dance very much, so sometimes I'll close myself in a room and I'll just put on spotlights and put on my sister's music, Janet's music, and I'll dance and discover new things where I can go with my body. I always tell her my favorite song of hers is Rhythm Nation and The Knowledge, because I love the bass lick. It really just makes me crazy, it makes me wild. when I dance, if you're a dancer, you know, you're just interpreting the sounds and the accompaniment of the music. If there's a driving bass, you become the bass. If there's a cello, if there's a string, you become that. So you become the emotion of what that sound is, okay? So if I'm doing a movement and I go bam, and I grab myself, it's the music that compels me to do it. It's not saying I'm getting ready to grab down there and it's not a great place. You don't think about it, it just happens. I love creativity, and I think when an artist steps forward with a production of some type, if he can express himself the way he sees it should be done, I mean, I feel it and I see it. I'm a visionary, so if I can give that, I do, and that's what I love to do with music, with film, with dance, I love the arts.
His dance moves and stage presence were compared to those of Sammy Davis Jr. and James Brown. No other dancer has done much to popularize dancing as art since Fred Astaire. You see, Michael broke cultural barriers, as he was credited for reshaping Japan's pop choreography and India's Bollywood film scene. He was one of the greatest televisual entertainers in history. His videos, or short films as Michael called them, for Thriller, Billie Jean and Beat It, it was more than just great art. It was a new art form.
Because I use the music video medium as a short film medium to take me to the next level, and I'm having a lot of fun, you know? Great music and great melodies are immortal. I don't care, fashion change, culture changes, customs change. Great music is immortal. We still listen to Mozart today, Tchaikovsky, Rachmaninoff, any of them, any of the greats. Great music is like a great piece of sculpture or a great painting. It's forever, for generations upon generations to appreciate forever, really. And that's I know that's a fact. The thing is, artists seem to get in the way of the music. Get out of the way of the music. Don't write the music. Let the music write itself. I wasn't aware that the world thought I was so weird and bizarre. But when you grow up, as I did, in front of 100 million people since the age of 5, you're automatically different. And through music, I am committed to my art. I believe that all art has as its ultimate goal the union between the material and the spiritual, the human and the divine. I believe that to be the reason for the very existence of art. And I feel I was chosen as an instrument to just give music and love and harmony to the world. When I create my music, I feel like an instrument of nature. I wonder what delight nature must feel when we open our hearts and express our God-given talents. The sound of approval rolls across the universe, and the whole world abounds in magic. Wonder fills our hearts for what we have glimpsed for an instant, the playfulness of life. Just the idea, I don't know if it's the psychology of it or what, I just love working hard on something, putting it together, sweating over it, and then sharing it with people and having them love it. And I always pray that they like it. And that's what gives me great satisfaction as an artist.
In addition to his music, dance, video, and fashion influence, Michael Jackson set the benchmark for fame. The word legend doesn't even compare to how he was and still is viewed worldwide. With that being said, thank you for watching and thank you for listening. You've been watching The Pop Titan with Michael Jackson. My name is Gary Harrison. Stay tuned and I'll catch you on the next one.